The iPhone 15 is pretty similar to the iPhone 14, but it has some neat stuff. For example, it has the dynamic island, which is this little area on the screen that shows some apps and has the front cameras. It's way cooler than the old notch. Another thing that changed is the glass on the back of the phone. Apple made it so that the color is part of the glass, not just on it. That means it won't get old or dirty as fast. The iPhone 15 also has a USB-C port now. That's awesome because it means one can use one charger for their phone and their laptop. One thing I really like is the new satellite feature. You can call for help from anywhere, even if you don't have cell service. That's super useful if you're in trouble or you're somewhere remote. It has an amazing 6.1-inch screen that makes everything look great. It's not the highest resolution or the fastest refresh rate, but Apple knows how to make colors and brightness look just right. It has a super high contrast ratio that makes blacks really black and a very bright peak brightness that makes whites really white. HDR is cool, but it's even cooler on the iPhone 15 because it has a screen that can show HDR content like no other. If you're a fan of photography, you'll love the iPhone 15. It has two cameras on the back, one with 48 megapixel and one with 12 megapixel, that can take amazing photos in any situation. The camera quality is superb, and you'll be amazed by the clarity and vibrancy of your shots. The front camera is 12 megapixel, and it can take awesome selfies, and the best part is the portrait mode that makes you look like a star. The A16 Bionic chip in the iPhone 15 is awesome. It has 6 cores in the CPU and 5 cores in the GPU, so it can handle any app or game you throw at it. The battery life is also amazing. It lasts for a long time even with heavy gaming. The iPhone 15 charges pretty fast with a 20-watt power adapter. It takes about half an hour to fill it up. It also works with MagSafe wireless chargers. It still uses USB-C though, so there's no speed boost from that. The Sony Xperia 5 Mark V is a small and cute phone. It's also pretty solid. It has metal sides, a glass front that's super tough, and a glass back that's smooth. The screen size of the Xperia 5 Mark V is what makes it stand out. It's only 6.1 inches, which is pretty small for a phone like this. It also has a different shape than most phones, with a 21:9 ratio that makes it very tall. And it doesn't have any notch or hole for the selfie camera, just a thin black strip on top of the screen. The screen is OLED, which means it has great contrast and viewing angles. It's also bright enough for outdoor use. It has a 120 Hz refresh rate, which makes everything smooth and fluid. Let me tell you about the Mark V's camera. It has a big 48 megapixel sensor and a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera. If you love taking photos and videos, you'll love this camera setup. It has 3 camera apps to suit your style. The default app, Photography Pro, lets you go from easy auto mode to full manual mode. You can adjust everything except the aperture. Video Pro is great for online video makers who shoot in 16:9 ratio. Cinema Pro app features customization over shutter angle, project management, and the super flat Venice look that gives you more room to edit. You can record video in 4K at 120 FPS, and it has a mic on the back that can focus on voices or capture all the sounds around you. The main camera is awesome for photos and videos. It's stable and clear. The ultra-wide camera is weak, especially in low light. The selfie camera performance is great, especially in bright light. It's natural and detailed, and the bokeh mode works well. The Xperia 5 Mark V runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which is fast and cool. The speakers sound amazing though. You can change the sound settings a lot. It has spatial audio for speakers and headphones. This phone has a great 5,000 milliampere battery. It can handle a lot of activities and has wireless charging. It charges at 30 watt and also supports reverse wireless charging.